Can you believe I built this entire AI chatbot along with its front-end UI without writing a single line of code? And the best part, you can do it too. Just follow along till the end of this video. In this tutorial, we are taking the chatbot we built in part 1 and giving it a real interface using Firebase. No code, no servers, just you, Aniten, and some AI magic. In the previous video, we created a no-code chatbot that used OpenAI and Pinecone that answered questions from a custom knowledge base. It had memory, context, and worked completely inside of Aniten Cloud. Now we are taking it one step further and connecting it to the outside world. Let's get started inside Aniten. Alright, so let's simply get started on Aniten. This is what our workflow currently looks like. This was the part where we were uploading the file to Pinecone. And this is our simple chatbot. So we are simply going to create a new workflow here. And we are going to use the AI agent, same as this one. I just copied it by clicking Ctrl+C. And it has been pasted here. So to actually use it as a back end to connect it with a front end on like any other site or any other tool, we are going to have to use a webhook as a trigger. What it does is it basically sends or receives requests from other sites. So it is basically used for connecting to different tools, connecting to different sites if you are working on like 2 of them. So yeah, we're just going to use respond to webhook node. So it tells that yeah, we are going to receive the request from that specific site, and in return we are going to send a request there as well. You are going to find out all the details in a while, how that works, and I'll also be showing you examples, so don't worry about that. And we're going to use the respond to webhook node here. So it basically just tells it that, yeah, I have received a request from that specific site, and now you are connected to me, and you are going to send the request to the very same site from where I have received this request. So this is how it's going to work for now. We are now going to have to work on our Firebase frontend. So for that, let's just go here. Let's get started. You will just need to sign in using Google. Let me just sign in. Awesome. So this is what my page looks like right now. What we're going to have to do is we will just enter a prompt here. I have generated the prompt using ChatGPT. So you won't have to write each and everything yourself. So this is the prompt. Yeah, in the prompt, I have added literally everything. How I want it to function, how I want it to look, what are the messages supposed to be like. I want a refresh button that refreshes the messages and everything. I do not want an AI in this because I have already I have already built a backend for this. So I do not want like a built-in AI. So, and the design, everything. So I will just get the webhooks link from here. Yeah, this is the webhook link. And we are going to replace this link here. Simple. And let's just prototype it. It may take a while, but it will like return with the complete details of the colors and everything. It will show you a preview of how you want everything. So you can also make the changes over there. So yeah, this is exactly how I wanted it to be like. You can customize it from here as well. Let's just prototype it. Yeah, this may take a while, but yeah, it's almost done. Yeah, this is what we wanted it to look like. We can make further changes here. I am just going to change the name later. So let's just test if it's working. Also, it's not going to be like working completely fine since the beginning. So we will just need to disable both of these as of now, because this one is still like expecting a chat input. So it will simply just return an error. So yeah, let's go ahead with this and check this. So yeah, it has received our message here. Look, this is the message and this is the message ID. That's what we wanted, so that we can like get it into our AI agent. Let's just switch it to define below and drag the message here. Also, we are going to need the message ID for later, so let's just copy it from here as well. And yeah, we are going to use this message ID here. Let's just check if our first two nodes are working fine now. We are just going to need to execute it and just send anything here. It is returning an error again, but here we can see both our nodes are working fine. So let's just set up the next node here now. We are going to set it up as JSON, like, yeah, we need to select expressions so that it expects an output in JSON. And let's just execute it. All right, so everything seems good right here. Let's just go to Firebase and check if we are actually getting the correct response there. Yeah, we are just going to activate the workflow to make sure all the changes are being implemented right. Alright, we need to actually test it first, or else it is just going to return an error. Let's just try figuring out what is causing the error here. You can literally sort out everything just by talking in English. You won't need to write any code. All right, so let's see if it's working now. We are going to execute it again and send a message here. Let's see if that has solved anything. Yeah. We have made like a very teeny weeny progress here. So yeah, we're almost there. This will most likely sort out the entire thing, and our message, the bot's message, will be now returning like in the actual message format. So let's just test it again. Yeah, that's what we wanted. We are just going to test like any of our queries, like do you have a summer address? And yes, they do have a summer address, and like everything is according to our actual knowledge base. Yeah, this is the content summer address. It is indeed for $29. So there are two basic things which are bothering me right now. The first one is this webhook chat putting on the header. We need to fix this, and I want it to be called out as bazaar bot because that is what I named this entire bot. So this is like the first thing, and the second thing is we like right now we need to execute it every time to run it. Every time to run a question, we need to execute it first, right? So we can simply just fix it by like it is in test mode right now. You can see it in the webhook. It is currently in test mode. We can simply just switch it to production mode, and we can then change our webhook URL to production URL, and we'll be good to go then. We won't need to execute it every time and all. So let's just see how we can do that. To do that, we are going to switch to code. We can find the actual main file here. It will be under the folder called source. Yeah. So, yeah. Let's just go to actions, because where this is where all our actions are being stored. And this is our web, right? So we just need to change the test webhook to actual webhook. We already have that copied, so just paste it here. Yeah, here we go. Let's just test it once and see if there are like any of the unsaved changes. And let's try if it's working now. Yeah, it is now working without me having to click execute every time. Yeah, so everything seems fine right now. Let's just switch back to our prototype. All right, so the final change we need in our front end is we just wanted to change this text with the actual name of our bot, Bazaar bot. So let's just go ahead and ask it to change it. And done. So this is the final version of our bot. You can check a preview over here. This is what it will look like on web. And you can just change it like this. This is how it will look like on a phone. So yeah, this is how it goes. As for publishing it, you can simply just publish it by clicking here, add your account details, and yeah, you'll be good to go. And just like that, you have built a fully functional AI-powered chatbot with memory, context, and a real-time front end without writing a single line of code. You connected everything, N8N, OpenAI, Pinecone, and Firebase, all working together like magic. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment. Let me know what you would love to automate next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.